Hey again, folks. This is Lady Mage. This is my third rant, and I'm going to do something a little more political. I'm going to be talking about Michigan, not the whole situation with Michigan doing the stupid abortion thing. I actually am pro-choice rather than pro-life, and a lot of people have done better videos than this than me, like the True Puka. I highly recommend you go to his channel and subscribe, because he's really cool, and he just has this style to him that's really freaking awesome. Um, or I don't know if All Babies Are Atheists has done a video on it yet. He does very few, but when he does, they're actually very thoughtful and insightful. I would go to him. He also does great blog TV, so if he does a blog TV, go. And I'll just recommend Bionic Games because she's a friend of All Babies Are Atheists. She's cool too. I don't know if she's done a rant on this yet either. Yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers I listen to that did a lot of good things on this that pointed out how immature this is. I think the Curmudgeon did another good one on this, and he's really cool. He's a southern badass who's just funny as all hell. I'm going to talk about the fact that Republicans are freaked out about the word vagina. Because one of the Democrats, I forget her name, said vagina in her speech talking about, hey, stay out of my vagina. Talking about how, it's a pro-choice issue and that they're being kind of asshole-ish about it. And she actually brought up some excellent points. She pointed about certain types of pregnancies where it can kill the mother and the child, so having the abortion will at least save the mother's life. The child is unsavable at that point. I think it's called an ectopic pregnancy. I could be wrong. Again, correct me in the comments. And no, I'm not bringing religion into this. Two reasons. One, I am an agnostic atheist, so religion really doesn't help. And two, as far as I'm concerned, if your religion says thou shalt not kill, that ends it right then and there, okay? The thou shalt not kill trumps everything for me, for anyone with religion. I respect religion. I mean, I do come from a Catholic family, and I'm very respectful to religions normally, just so you know. I'm not going to make fun of you for being anything, except being an idiot. The minute you start pulling, stupid shit, I will start mocking you like crazy, because it's fun. And I'm nice, but I have my limits. But that's one reason is one reason I'm not going to drag the religion into this. The other reason is, it becomes a quagmire at that point, and I'm not going to tell you what you can do with your body, but don't tell me what to do with mine is kind of my motto. Also, if you think I'm a person who doesn't want kids, you're wrong. I actually do want to have a kid at some point. Me and my husband have been... I'll stop right there. Yeah. Whoops, this almost became an X-rated video. Anyway. The thing is, the Republicans got pissy about her using the word vagina, which is the proper term for the area between a woman's legs. Or at least the entrance point to it for the male's part. I'm not even sure how the hell to say that properly except penis, and I'm afraid that's going to get 1,000 jokes, and I just said it, so here we go. Please keep the penis jokes to a minimum, okay? So, one, there's a campaign where people are saying, hey, vagina, and I'm kind of doing more of a rant-style version of it, saying vagina as many times as I possibly can. I really wish I could do a vagina counter in the corner. That would be freaking hilarious. I think I said it 4 or 5 times already anyway, so we'll say 5. The thing I wonder is why they got so freaked out. It's not like she said the word cunt. That's kind of the more insulting, and even I don't find that very offensive, by the way, unless you're actually calling me one, then I know that I'm going to take offense of it. She didn't say pussy, even though, honestly, when they say pussy, I'm thinking kitty cat, not part between my legs, not because I'm sheltered or anything, it's because I have a bunch of cats. Guess what I'm going to associate it with? It's the proper medical term, vagina, the genital area, things like that, and that's 6 vaginas, 7 vaginas. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to end up adding to it as I count. We're going to say 8 at this point. It's not like she said something crass that you'd find in Urban Dictionary. She said... What was she supposed to say? Vajayjay, like Oprah, which I find actually more offensive. Granted, I don't like Oprah that much, so maybe that's why. Or maybe, the flower between the woman's legs. Oh god, that sounds so freaking sappy. Ugh, I apologize for anyone who's starting to get their stomach turned at this. But you see my point. It's like vagina. She was being. I saw the speech. She was emotional and upset. She wasn't really emotional. She was very powerful, very charismatic, which I was like, hey, cool. She actually knows what she's doing. And she was making valid points, but they have to focus on this one thing. Now, I am neither a Republican or a Democrat. I have no party alliance whatsoever. I think all political parties have their good sides, and they have their bad sides. And unfortunately, the bad sides outweigh the good sides for me. So I went no party. I'm even registered as no party. So there you go. I really think that and I don't consider conservative and liberal to be political parties. I think it's just like a spectrum, whether you lean more toward keeping things covered in religion and all that, or if you are more free with it, more open about it, is more conservative or liberal. And even then, I barely use those words, but this is just for the sake of argument. I think the conservative half of this is just, they know they don't have an argument, basically. Religion gets shot down, because she actually pointed out that in her faith, because the woman who's being yelled at for this, the Democratic representative of Michigan, is going, dude, I'm Jewish. We don't have rules like that. Which, wow, she was able to use the religion argument against it, which was actually kind of cool in my opinion. Normally I don't support it, but if the conservative Christians can do it, then so can she. That's just my personal opinion. But they figured out they don't have an argument, because if they try to argue against her religiously, they're going to seem like anti-Semitics. If they try to argue with her logically, they're just going to fall flat on their face. They're not good at logical arguments sometimes. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. Like the gun control thing, I'm actually with them on it. I actually think, the Second Amendment is there. I understand having little psych things. You don't want a crazy person with a gun, but I really don't think you should just take the guns out of everyone's hands. But this I don't agree with them with. I think I just confused my entire audience, all three of you. I apologize, but I do have very strange political views, as in they're up, down, all over the place, and I can combine them if need be, but that's just me. But yeah. So, this is something I've seen a lot of people do with an argument, though, is they pick one stupid little thing that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China of the argument, focus on that, and, well, that ends up becoming the news story. It happens a lot. And it's just a distraction. It really is just a distraction. It creates fodder for silliness on the internet, which is good. I don't mind silliness. But at the same time, it's just, why bother with it? You just proved you have no argument. You just proved that no matter what you say to me, your argument's invalid. Here's a bunny with a pancake on its head. If I had that picture, I'd put it up. Your argument's invalid. Congratulations, you're an idiot. Well, maybe not an idiot, but you lost. You lost the argument. That's like the one time I can definitively say, you've lost the argument, just back off. You've got nothing. It happens in YouTube videos too, but I'm not going to get into that, because if I did that, we'd be here all day, and I don't think I have that time limit yet. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later, and, think about it. If you're going to have to nitpick on one stupid little word, do you really think you have the argument in the bag? Or does that bag have so many holes that your burger fell out? And where the hell were you eating? Bye!